Okay, today's lesson is on order of operations, which you would also know as BEDMAS. So what happened was centuries ago, mathematicians all over the world decided that we need to follow the same rules when we're calculating number questions. So it was decided all over the world that all answers for the same questions from different countries that way would be the same. So these rules or order of operations were the rules that all mathematicians decided to follow. So first is brackets. Brackets are also called parentheses. All right, so brackets are always first. So anything in brackets you would do first. Next are exponents, and I'll talk about exponents a little bit more. After that, you can do division and multiplication next. But keep in mind that they are interchangeable depending on what comes first when you're looking at it left to right. Next comes addition and subtraction, and again, they are interchangeable depending on what comes first when you're looking at it left to right. All right, so that quickly is what BEDMAS is. So here, again, P in this case stands for parentheses, which are still brackets. Still the brackets that look like this. Exponents, again, multiplication and division are interchangeable depending on when you're looking at it left to right. And same thing with addition and subtraction. They're interchangeable when you're looking at the equation left to right. All right, so our first example we're looking at is if addition and subtraction occur in the same expression, perform the operations in the order in which they occur, meaning from left to right. All right, so in this case, we would work with the 11 plus 4 first. All right, 11 plus 4, which gives me 15. Okay, then I would write out my minus 5 plus 2. All right, so notice how I am taking the time to write out my steps. Next, we have 15 minus 5. So 15 minus 5 we would do next, which gives me 10, plus 2. So I brought down the plus 2, which gives me my answer of 12. Okay, looking at our next example. So again, we can see it's just addition and subtraction. So we do have to work from left to right. Okay, so 21 plus 4, we would do 21 plus 4 first, which gives me 25. And then minus 5 plus 3. Okay, next I'm going to show that I'm working with 25 minus 5 next, which gives me 20, plus 3, which gives me my answer of 23. Good. All right, let's take a look at our next type of examples. In this one, we have multiplication and addition or subtraction occurring together. All right, so according to BEDMAS, we have to work with the multiplication first. So I'll do the first example. You guys can just follow along with the first example. So I can see I have multiplication here. I can see I also have multiplication here. All right, so I can do both of those. So remember to bring down what we're not working with. So we have 16 plus 3 times 4 is 12. So I've finished with the 3 times 4. Next I have minus 2 times 3, which is 6. And then I still have the plus 3. Now after this, I can see I have just addition and subtraction. So now I'm going to go left to right. So from left to right, I'm going to work with the 16 plus 12 first. So 16 plus 12 gives me 28. Then I have minus 6 plus 3. Right now, I'm going to go left to right again because I'm just working with addition and subtraction. 28 minus 6, that gives me 22 plus 3, which gives me an answer of 25. All right, so here, our next example. So here we have multiplication, 5 times 4. Then we have multiplication here as well, 2 times 3. So we have to rewrite out our equation. So 24 plus 5 times 4 gives me 20. Minus 2 times 3 gives me 6. And then I still have to bring down the plus 8. Don't forget to bring down the rest of the equation. So now we have addition and subtraction, so we just go from left to right. So 24 plus 20, that gives me 44. Then we have minus 6 plus 8. And then 44 minus 6, that gives me 38. And then we still have plus 8. And that gives me 46. Our next type of example, we have division and addition or subtraction occurring together. So again, according to BEDMAS, division comes first. All right, so in this example, we have 16 divided by 4. That needs to be completed first. Everything else, don't forget to bring it down. So 9 plus 16 divided by 4, which is 4, and then minus 2 has to be brought down as well. All right, so we have 9 plus 4, which is 13, minus 2, which gives me my answer of 11. All right, so I'd like you guys to try that example on the right. So we have here 19 plus 6 divided by 4 minus 5. So again, we have to do our division first. So bring down the 19 plus 16 divided by 4 is 4. And then we have the minus 5. All right, so 19 plus 4 now. 19 plus 4, that's 23. And then minus 5. And 23 minus 5, that gives me 18. All right, so next example, we have multiplication, division, addition, or subtraction occur together. Make sure you're doing the multiplication or division first in the order they occur, so from left to right, and then the addition and subtraction in the order they occur from left to right. All right, so looking here, we have 6 times 4 divided by 8 plus 5. So we have multiplication and division. So from left to right, we have to do the operations that occur first, looking at multiplication and division. So that means I have to do my 6 times 4 first. Right, that gives me 24. And then divide by 8, and then plus 5. All right, so 24 divided by 8, that gives me 3, and then plus 5, and that gives me 8 as the answer. All right, try the one on the right, please. Okay, so let's take a look here. We have 10 times 4 divided by 8 plus 9. So we have both multiplication, division, and addition. So we do have to go left to right with the multiplication and division. So we would do the 10 times 4 first. All right, so 10 times 4 is 40 divided by 8 plus 9. Now we would do our division. 40 divided by 8, which is 5, and then plus 9, and then that gives me an answer of 14. So next example here, we're looking at brackets. If brackets occur in a number expression, you're going to perform whatever is inside the brackets first, then you're going to follow the rest of the rules we've already done. So let's take a look here. We have 12 divided by 9 minus 5. So whatever's in the brackets has to be done first. All right, so that becomes 12 divided by 9 minus 5, which is 4, and then times 2. Okay, next, going from left to right, we'll have to do our division first because going left to right, division and multiplication are interchangeable. So 12 divided by 4, that gives me 3, and then times 2, and the final answer is 6. All right, so I'll give you guys a moment now to try the one on the right. Looking good. I've gotten quite a bit of answers. So let's go through this one. Okay, so we have brackets here that need to be performed first. So just bringing everything else down. We have 12 divided by 7 minus 4 is 3. And then we have times 5. All right, now we have to go left to right. 12 divided by 3 first, which is 4, times 5, and that gives me 20. All right, our next example here is showing a line. So kind of like what we see with fractions. So if you see something like this, in this kind of number expression, you're going to evaluate the numerator first and your denominator, and then do any division or any reducing of fractions. All right, so let's go through this first example. So I'm just going to look at the numerator first here. I have 7 times 4 plus 2. So 7 times 4, that gives me, what's 7 times 4? 28. So 28 plus 2. That's my numerator. And then 28 plus 2, which is 30. All right, and then I'm going to do my denominator here. It's 2 plus 3 divided by 3, but we do have to do that 3 divided by 3 first. 3 divided by 3 is 1, so I have here 2 plus 1, which is 3. So notice how I did my numerator, then I did my denominator, and now I can go ahead and reduce. So remember, 30 over 3, this is the same thing as a division. 30 over 3, that's 30 divided by 3. So my answer here is 10. All right. So sometimes students get confused a little bit here with the fraction. You can either reduce the fraction or divide. All right, so we're looking at this example here. All right, so we're going to work with our numerator. 8 times 4 is 32. So 32 plus 3, which gives me 35. And then the denominator, we have 1 plus 3 times 2. So we do have to do this one here, which is 1 plus 6. I'm just going to write that out here. 1 plus 6, which gives me 7. Now you can do your final step here, which is 35 divided by 7, which gives me 5. Lastly here, we're just going to look at exponents quickly. So exponents, they look like this. So you have the base number. In this case, the base number is a 3, and our exponent in this case is a 2. So what that means is you're taking your base and multiplying it to itself 2 times. So we have 2 3's here, which gives me my answer of 9. A common mistake students mistake is they take their base and multiply it to the exponent. So 3 times 2, giving them 6, which is wrong. All right, so it's always you take your base and multiply it to itself however many times we have there for the exponent. So if we had 3 to the power of 3, that would mean 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. All right, if we had 2 to the power of 3, that means it's 2 times 2 times 2, which is equal to 8. All right. Here we just have a quick example of how exponents can be incorporated here in this example. So we have 5 plus 3 squared minus 8. So you would do the 3 squared first, which is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. Then we have 5 plus 9 minus 8. So we do 5 plus 9 first, which is 14, minus 8, which gives me an answer of 6.